Bryant Family Medicine, All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the Fall Sports Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, alongside Ryan Garnett and Edward Hall. And of course, Edward Hall went to hiding again. He gets stage fright. It takes him about 10 minutes to get warmed up. So, Edward will come along in about 10 minutes, but there ain't no fear in Ryan at all. I'm telling you that right now. He faced fear. But, Ryan, how are you doing?
I done pretty good. I was taking off the pose and everything for our food stuff, and I was posting this show to my Facebook as well. So, and then I just woke up from taking a nap today, so I may not go to bed tonight.
Actually, Ryan was out and about all night long last night, slept all day today. So now he's got his nights and days mixed up. So let's all keep our fingers crossed that Ryan gets to bed tonight and he gets to work on time in the morning, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for him. But if anybody can do it, Ryan can. He don't need no sleep.
You ready for me to play the intro music?
That music is as I was about ready to bring that up, Edward. That music has destroyed my soul, and then we'd have to yell 100 times. We do not own the rights to this music over and over and over again till I would turn hoarse, and then I wouldn't want to own the rights to that music, but that's rattled my head, Ryan, and it's hard to concentrate and do a professional show after listening to that. But Edward's came back to the show, and he's back. But Edward, how you doing other than listening to that good music?
Well, I was trying to get the intro music a little bit better than whatever you was listening to, like grass falling or something.
Yeah, we don't want people jumping off bridges and stuff like that either. I don't want to be responsible for that crap. But I don't know. But wow, Ryan, you know what we was going through before this show. I think that's what's wrong with Ryan right now. He's trying to gather himself.
I don't know.
But how's everyone doing tonight? Great
Listen,
view.
Ryan, gather yourself by having a nice drink of Miller Yeller.
I just got done drinking Fanta.
Or Dad Fuel.
I was trying to be a spokesperson for Miller Yeller.
I like Blue Yellow. But how's everyone doing tonight? The views are awesome so far, and it's going to take us a minute to gather ourselves here. That music has rattled our souls and brains. I don't know.
For all the viewers out there, comment on here and tell Mark that he needs to have the better intro music that I was letting him listen to.
No, Ryan will answer that quickly. No, but but we've got a great show lined up tonight. Edward got McKenna Turner and Tanner Daniels. Two really good guests, and can't wait to get them on. And just got a really good show put together. And before we also start bringing them on, I want to give a shout out to. I want you to help me on some of the photographers too on your side, but Keisha Amberger, Jonah Deaton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, and Matters Memories. And there's a couple more today that give you permission, right? I know I'm
Yeah,
forgetting.
Whitehead Photography gave me permission today,
Yeah.
so
And I believe there's another one on there, but we're going to try to post about this every week because uh, big thank you to Yuns for allowing us to use your pictures. And without Yuns, we couldn't make these special graphics for the student athletes. But we got some pretty good photographers too. You know, Valerie Rutherford gets out there and kicks butt. Of course, Allison Messer gets out there too, takes some good photos. And this man on the left hand side takes some pretty good shots also. And he helps us out also. But we got a lot of people that chip in and do their part. And even Larry Spicer, I think from the Mountain Advocate. Am I right? Tell me if I'm wrong. If he helps us out quite a bit with his pictures. Also, Dennis Mills from Knox. Knox. He
The
worked.
Knox Barber down the area.
Yeah. He's been really, really good to us. But again, thank you to all of them and the help that they poured in for us. And again, thank you to the viewer, and also thank you to our fine sponsors. And let's play this commercial. And hopefully, I got the updated one. I played the wrong one there last week, Ryan. I figured you get mad at me, but hopefully, I've got the right one up now.
The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Was that the updated one, Ryan?
Yes, that is the updated one.
Okay, see, Ryan would have probably got me in a headlock if I'd have played the wrong one this week. Ryan puts a lot of work on their videos. So I'm telling you, you gotta have it right for him. And also, just like the commercial said, a big thank you to our sponsors. And that's last week's graph right there. I don't know why he just posted that up.
You're slacking.
Ryan left last week's graph up.
I meant
Slacker.
to delete it. I meant to delete it when I put everything in there, and I must have missed it.
I'm in the middle of a live show, and somebody's sitting here right in front of me, want me to open a thing of cheese for them. And I can't even open it because this thing is like filled tight. So I don't know what to tell them. So they're going to have to do it without the cheese. I can tell them. But, we got the best sponsors in the world. Bryant Family Medicine, Heather Martinez. Not saying enough about them fine folks. If you're in the market for buying or selling a home, go to Heather Martinez. She's the hookup. And if, Ryan, it looks like you're getting the sniffles up here. So you might go out to go visit Bryant Family Medicine. They'll take care of you.
It started today for no reason.
Well, let's not say the other word. We'll say sniffles. We're not going to say the other word.
No, I will refuse to say that word.
Well, what he's forgetting to tell you is yesterday while we was covering a game, he went out in a pair of ball shorts and a tank top and was running around outside at here it was probably 8 o'clock at night and run across the road and got 4 plates of spaghetti and came back and didn't offer me even a bite.
Well, Ryan's finally standing up for himself. He's seen you do it so many times. Ryan said, no more. He's going to eat that plate of spaghetti right in front of you. Did you at least hand him a napkin afterwards, a used napkin?
No. I mean, he spilt the first one all over the computer, the phone, out on the ball court. We had a 35-minute delay having to clean up his spaghetti mess.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Ryan called you out on that one. I think we're about ready for our first guest, and again, when we talk about track and field and cross country, and again, indoor track, it's an indoor track season. Honestly, folks, we don't know a lot about it. We know there's racing involved, and of course, you want to beat the person across the finish line. But as far as the sport itself, we would be lying to you if we told you we do a lot about it. And again, that's their fault, media, and we use very smart, educated people like the Tanner Daniels of the world, to come on these shows and educate us. So then when we've got the the workers and the help and the people that are able to get out and cover these, that we can cover them, to the best of our ability and promote these student athletes because they deserve it just as much as any other sport. And these student athletes really put the work in and they deserve the coverage. But that being said, let's bring on Tanner Daniels. And how you doing?
That was.
Um, just it was hard not to notice, and and when you get my age, Tanner, about all you can do is just look at Facebook, watch TV, and eat potato chips all the time. I know you're in peak condition, but just it was hard not to notice about what you've been doing in indoor track. So just tell us a little bit about how the early season's going for you so far.
Yeah, I opened like my first race about a week or two ago, and that was
Yeah.
like a mile, like 800. But like most of the time, like indoor, like most people open around like late January, early February, mostly. Like most people like train through the winter. Like after cross country, they'll take like 2 weeks off, and then they'll get training back for indoor. And then indoor is kind of like, you don't race much indoor. It's kind of like 3 or 4 races probably, just to get ready for outdoor. That's what most people kind of use it for. So yeah.
Tanner, tell me if I'm wrong. I believe you're a freshman. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing here, it's you broke 2 records. Here you broke one, if I'm reading right, in a mile, and then another one in the 800. 800. So it's just all the work that you put into it to this season. Just what led into that.
Last year around like June or something, that's when I started like kind of getting into the 800. So I kind of like made it like towards my new event. So I was like training for that, and that was kind of like new. So I didn't really know what I could do right yet. So then, like this indoor, I entered in a mile and 800, and it's been like since April since I've set like a PR in the mile. So I kind of didn't really know what to expect. So I just came in and raced, and then got those 2 1A records.
Are they one specific style of race you like more than the other, or you're more comfortable with?
Yeah, I'd say more of like a stacked race with like a bunch of like older dudes, so I can kind of like learn from them and stuff.
Well, Ryan and Edward.
This is one of my favorite questions, and I usually don't lead off with it, but I'm gonna lead off with it tonight. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Holland?
Oh, I'd say around here probably definitely Mexican. That's about all we got around here.
Yeah, we usually get a lot of Mexican.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's forgot all about the Dairy Hut and the racks up there.
Yeah. Mostly Mexican out.
Tanner, do you put cheese sauce when you go to the Mexican restaurants, or do you use the red sauce?
Cheese sauce. I ain't much of a red sauce guy.
I can't send the red sauce on mine.
Yeah.
And then, what is I know you're early in the season, but what is been your favorite kind of race that you've been a part of?
Definitely the mile at the Louisville Indoor Classic I just did, which mile's always probably been my favorite because it's just fast, but you got to be fit at the same time. So, yeah.
Edward?
So is indoor the only style that you do, or do you do like outdoor and cross country also, or?
Yeah, I got outdoor, cross country, and indoor at the same time. So I got outdoor starting in probably like a month or 2.
So basically, you don't get no time off at all, do you?
No, about 4 weeks a year. After cross country, I'll take 2 weeks of this active rest, and then after outdoor, I'll take active rest, and that's about all I get.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I might have to ask you kind of a cross country question. What would you consider your favorite course that you've ran?
Probably Tom Sawyer up in Louisville. It's always pretty fast because it's mostly like flat, and you don't really got to worry about hills or nothing like that.
So, what would you consider one of the worst ones that you've been on?
I'd say probably Whitley County. went there once, and it was nothing but hills, and I kind of got lost about 3 times.
So, in indoor track, is there only the mile and the 800, or is there multiple different things that you can do indoor?
Yeah, there's a lot. You got like a 60-meter dash, 60 hurdles, 200, 400, 800 mile. Pretty much the same thing as outdoor. Just all
Alright.
events.
So, you only do the 800 and the mile, correct?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll jump in like a 2 mile or something, but I don't think I'm going to this indoor season.
So, like your practices and the work that you have to put in, what kind of practices and work do you have to put in to be able to set, like records and numbers like you've been doing?
Well, I run usually like 40 to 50 miles a week, so that's like going 6 and sometimes 7 days a week. But if I get an off day, it's usually on Sunday. And then it's mostly like 2 hard workouts a week. And then like the rest are easy days. And then I'll have like a 10-mile long run on Saturday and stuff like that. Yeah.
A 10-mile run in one day?
Yeah.
10 miles is far for me to go in the vehicle, more or less running. That's
Yeah.
like the Corb in the back from my house, like the Corbin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
That's
go run the
almost-
Corbin. No.
You're on your own on that. If I have to run even doing the mile, I better have an oxygen tank beside me, or I ain't making it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm already stumped now. Him talking about running 10 miles just in one day. That's just
Yeah.
so. I gotta ask you your endurance. I mean, I just gotta know how'd you get yourself to that point to be able to do like a 10-mile run?
A lot of work. That's like, I've been running seriously. Like, I started like taking it serious in like 6th grade. So it was about like 3 or 4 years I've been taking it serious, and then like I've been like nonstop since. And yeah, it just took a lot, and then a lot of extra work too. Like when you're doing like 10-mile runs like that and stuff, you have to like make sure you get like the post run meals, stretches, and then you got to work on your core, leg strength. It's a lot to it. Pretty good lot. Very lot.
So that was actually going to be one of my next questions. You talked about like the meals. So is there like a certain way, like a certain diet that you have to be able to run like that, or are you capable of just eating anything?
Yeah, there's definitely a certain diet. Like before I do a long run like that, I'll get up in the morning, I eat like maybe some toast with peanut butter, and then I'll have to go out on the run. But like as soon as I get back, I have to get like a big meal in, or unless I wake up the next morning and can't even move because it gets real sore.
Yeah, see,
Well,
Edward,
see,
you can't see, Mark, you can't eat a pound of bacon.
I guess I'm out there. I got to have my candy bars, my tater chips. I mean, I'm out.
Yeah.
But Mark,
I'm just overwhelmed, and just by what you've told us here, and just the course, the shape that you're in, and the mental approach that you take on being as good as you are doing this sport. I mean, it's not only physical; it's a mental. It's just the every aspect of your life to put you together the way you are right now, and that's a lot of heart and dedication, and that deserves a lot of us, showing the rest of the world, hey, this guy's really working and putting the work in. And just, Edward, ask you, you also do outdoors too. Are they one that you like more than the other, indoor, outdoor, or are they the same?
Say my favorite's outdoor, because that's usually when you're fast times come because like indoor you barely can breathe. Like it's miserable in there. You got them runners in there. It's real hot in there. Real hot. Because it's like kind of a small space too. You don't get much breathing room in there. But outdoor, it's like you got wind too. Like if the wind's like pushing on your back, you get a little faster. Sometimes the wind be pushing against you and you can't even run at all. But outdoor is definitely my favorite though, because you get like good weather. You don't have to worry about being all cooped up in a building with a bunch of people. And yeah.
So I got one more real quick, Mark. On outdoor, do you still run like regardless of the weather?
Yeah, for sure.
I already can see me slipping, falling, sliding. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would ask you if you've ever slipped and fell, but I don't want to put you on the spot there. Try very sure. I'd fall, break my neck trying to run in the rain. I would.
Yeah.
But,
trip over a couple sidewalks.
Of course, it's obvious that you are a special athlete. Are there any other top sports that you play?
I played basketball about 2 years ago and broke my ankle, so I quit it and just focused on running more. But I used to be more of a basketball player than a runner back in my day.
Would you play other sports, or are you just slowly locked into just running right now?
I'm mostly just locked into running. Like I barely get time to do anything else because I got school till like 3:15, and then I usually don't get done with all my stretches and stuff till like 8:30, and then I'm usually in bed by like 9. So I really don't like have time for even another sport.
I'm sure Edward will tell you this also, but Edward and both does terrific on their graphics. But any personal achievements that you accomplished this year on down the road, let us know. Let's make up some stuff for you and put you out there because you deserve the attention. And gotta ask you one other thing, and then they're gonna probably one of them's gonna ask you if you mind voting on some restaurants for us. It's their little deal that we're doing. But I gotta ask you this before I let you go. It's obvious you got good hair, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So who's got the best hair between me and Edward and Ryan? I mean, I got the little.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Edward.
There we go.
Yeah.
There.
Normally everybody picks Ryan. Ryan normally looks like Tom Cruise when he got it parted, but I think Ryan, he just where he's been sleeping all day. He got his woke up haircut here. Woke up hair.
I think you should get a mullet.
Oh yeah. Well now I had a good mullet in high school. Just the hair sort of fell out, but I had something similar to what you had there. The squared over the ears. I had it down to about right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I felt good with it.
Yeah.
But
Ryan,
are you good?
Go ahead.
Are you good with voting on our restaurant brackets?
Yeah.
And I don't know who seeded these, but these seedings are way wrong. But we've been doing this for several weeks, so.
All right. So you got number 1 Papa John's versus number 16 Raising Cane.
Papa John's.
All right, here we go.
Papa John's gonna come back.
And then you've got number 8 Little Caesars versus number 9 Applebee's.
I'd say Applebee's on that one.
Then you've got number 5 Bob Evans versus number 12 Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. There ain't even a question on that one.
I have to agree.
Hey, Tanner, the Texas Roadhouse, do they deserve a 12 seed?
I think they deserve like top 1. They need to be in the
Yeah, 1, 2 at least.
Yeah.
Ryan, Ron's going to have to go back and get on to somebody about them brackets or something.
Yeah.
Then you got number 4, Taco Bell versus number 13, Fisher's Big Boys.
Taco Bell.
Absolutely. So, Ryan, Mark, y'all got anything
Yeah,
else before I show him a few things we put together?
Yeah, I got one question that just came to me. Doing cross country and outdoor track. Do you like running in the race when it's raining or when it's sunshining?
Definitely when it's sunny out, because when it's raining, it's all muddy. Especially in cross country, like your spikes get soaked and it's just miserable. You be slipping around corners. It's terrible.
Edwin.
Yeah.
So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and Mark's trying to bribe you on which one to pick.
Nah, I'm just saying peace to Tanner. He's already got the 80s haircut. Me and Tanner, we would have been solid profile, the mullets, walking through the hallways.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I bet you if Tanner lived in the 80s, he'd probably wearing the leather coat like us and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
I've still got my leather coat from high school. I can't wear it now, but it's hung up looking pretty. But yeah. Bring back the 80s.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. That's 40 years ago. If we could bring back the 80s, we would, but I don't think everybody would agree with us.
Yeah.
But with the graphics that we made, I will get them sent out to you, and they will be posted on every one of our social media sites. But we kind of just want to figure out which one you like the most, whether it's the first one or the second one.
All right. Oh, he's good.
So out of the two, which one do you like?
Probably the first one. The first one looks real good.
So there, Mark, you talking about 80s, and that's the OG. So you got to keep with the old style.
But we still like the same type haircut, so
Yeah.
it still rocks.
Yeah.
But Tanner, I do want to thank you personally for taking your time to come on, and from everything that I've seen, you're killing it. And just like Mark said, anything that I can do to help try to better promote you and help you reach your ultimate goal, just reach out to me and let me know, and I'll do everything I can to physically try to help you reach to that next level.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks for getting me on.
Thank you.
Great interview, Tanner. That's a good interview. And him being a freshman, definitely got a great head on his shoulders for sure. And can you imagine running 10 miles? 10 miles.
From my house, that's almost halfway to London.
Yes, that's literally from my house to Corbin. I'm going to run to Corbin. No. I get sleepy in my car driving to Corbin. No, no. Hop in the car, my truck, put $40 in gas, and you might get to Corbin or something like that. I don't know. No. Edward, would you run 10 miles?
In my car.
Where does 10 miles take you from your house? Almost in the Bible, right?
It depends on which direction I'm going.
Yeah, it would be close getting you to Bible. Be close getting me to Corbin. You basically get you to London. And let's go to another town. That's literally running from town to town. I'm tired now thinking about it. Are we ready for our next guest?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And We found out a few things before we brought her on. We might bring it up though. McKenna, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, Edward had to educate me on a few things before this show. So but thank you for coming on. I want to start out by saw that your cheer squad finished second in the state in 1A. There, just tell us a little bit about that experience.
It was really fun because I mean I've been cheering for next year I'll make 5 years. And I haven't got to go to the all eight state tournament like at all. So that's been a first for this like cheer squad and it was super fun. And we were just going like open minded, like, even if we don't place, like we want to go, we want to have fun. This is good practice for districts. But when we were all in the hotel together and found out that we placed, we were so excited. And we all celebrated in the lobby, got noise complaints, but it was definitely a highlight of my cheer year. So.
So you told us about noise complaints. So how did that work out? Did you have like a manager? You need to hush up, or how did that work out?
So, we were all put mainly on the first floor, and it was all cheer girls and like one random old man. And I mean, just our conversations, he would call the front desk, noise complaint, and then our coach would get told. And it would be like middle of the day, and we get a noise complaint for playing music while we get ready or something. But I mean, when we found that out, we did not care. They actually ended up moving his room, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Edward, would you be noisy in a spot like that?
Well, yeah, if I play second to anything, I'm gonna be noisy.
Yeah, they should let you scream and holler. Just let them scream. My goodness, but
No high school kids.
Listen,
Who cares?
I would have been coming out there screaming with them.
I did. I had no shoes on, ran out of my room all the way to the lobby.
y'all doing a great job. Keep up the amazing work. Best show ever. Thank you for your kind words. Yes, it has been a pretty good show. Uh, uh, McKenna, it's McKenna, right? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
McKenna. Okay. Um, it takes a lot of work. Yeah, and I know you. I know you and sure you have fun too, but you have to put a lot of work to get that far. Just tell us what it takes to get as far as you said. Just the work that you had to put in to get to that point.
It does. It definitely takes a lot of work because football season is kind of just like fun. Everybody's getting used to each other. But when it comes to basketball season, I mean, you got to like lock in. We actually lost like a few girls, so we had to like adapt to that and fix everything. And we definitely like we hadn't practiced for 3 weeks going into the all A tournament. So when we were told that we were going to state, because we didn't even know we went to state, if you want that, we had to like practice every single day for like the week or two we had. And I mean, it does take a lot of hard work and dedication, and it's just time consuming, but it was definitely worth it in the end.
So
Uh,
I
Go
got
ahead.
one question real quick. So I just gotta know, how do you go from the flip of trying to kill somebody with the volleyball to cheerleading and it just being like an overnight flip? So I mean, how do you do that?
Um, it's definitely a big change because you go from being super aggressive to little like, you know. But I usually take it out, I guess, with yelling and slamming signs and all that. So I mean, it's not a big difference, I guess.
So do you ever catch yourself? You're holding a sign. You're like,
Like
like trying
smacking it.
to.
Yeah.
uh, of course, you have to be a super athlete, to play volleyball. I do what you're doing also with the cheer squad. Very athletic. Are they a certain spot that you do with the cheer squad? I mean, I'm sure that you has got different, deals that you do.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, usually the way that works, I'm in front row and sidelines, but usually you kind of base off like your stunt groups when we lift girls. And I'm the back spot. That's usually like your taller person in the back. So that's my spot for all of our like routines and stuff.
Are you one that like helps hold a female up, or are you the one being
Yeah.
held up?
No, I'm definitely the one helping because I'm taller. Usually, so
Yeah,
your taller one goes in the back because you just get her ankles,
yeah.
and then your bases that are actually under her like hold her feet, and then you have your flyer that's in the air. So I'm usually the one in the back that keeps like her feet together and stuff.
When I see that, I'm like thinking to myself, there are no way that I could do that, or no way I would trust a group of people to hold me up in the air like that. I mean, how hard is that? Because you just make it look so simple, not just hard physically, but mentally for maybe the female on top or male on top. That not up there scared to death that you're going to drop them. They would have to be a lot of trust there.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the main things you have to work on when you become a flyer is just trusting your group. So you usually start like with smaller stunts, but it's super stressful because I mean any little thing could throw it off. If the girl goes up nervous, she could, wobble, fall back down. Uh, so I mean it's definitely a stressful thing and trust plays a big part into stunning.
So, Mark,
Well,
you wouldn't have enough trust in me and Ryan to pick you up?
no,
Well,
not at least.
well,
Maybe in my high school body, yeah, but not my old man overweight body. No, no, I don't want to break a neck. I was fixing to ask McKenna if she thought that maybe me and you and her could like pick Ryan up. You know, if
Oh,
we
definitely.
we need to try that next time we're in Piebald. We need to get that recorded. She can
Oh
show us
yeah.
how to do it, and we'll pick Ryan up. Ryan, will you let us pick you up?
I don't know. We'll see.
But Ryan and Edward, will let you go there.
I will say these questions they help come from my wife because I have no idea nothing about cheerleading. So, but out of all your competitions that you've been in with cheerleading, which one was your favorite?
Um, well, I mean, we don't do a lot of competitions. I think I've really only done like one that we've actually went over our way to do. But I mean, districts is definitely like the thing we look forward to every year. It's probably my favorite because it's always different. Your cheer teams always come out different levels of difficulty and stuff. So that's definitely the funnest one. But this year, the state tournament probably tops above that. That was super fun. And that's the first time I've got to do that.
And then this is one of my favorite questions I like to ask athletes. What is your favorite restaurant to eat at in Bell County?
Ooh, definitely Taco Bell. Been that
uh
place for
huh,
days.
uh huh.
So so I, so she agrees to do the vote. We probably know for sure where one
We
vote's
we know,
going
we,
to.
we know where one's going to.
Uh-huh.
McKenna, I might. I've got to ask you this. I ask everybody that says that, but you said Taco Bell, right?
Mhm.
That's Edward's favorite restaurant, Taco Bell, but he won't eat Mexican.
I mean, there's definitely a difference there, but I also love Mexican. So I couldn't agree on that, but there is a difference.
He
Well,
he
see,
said
at
he says
least
he
she
can't.
gets it.
He says he can't read the menu, but what's the differences between taco and burrito or rice? Just
Well,
all the
here's the thing. If I'm gonna get a taco or a burrito and that's it, might as well just stop at Taco Bell, save myself a few dollars, and get it a little bit quicker.
yeah, but you don't get that cheese sauce. Cheese sauce is that.
I can get nacho cheese sauce and same thing put on it.
This ain't nacho cheese. This is like a white. What is it,
I don't
McKenna?
like
What is
white
it?
cheese.
You know what I'm talking about? The white. Do
I
you
know what
do?
you're talking about. Is it like, I think it's called queso, but I
Yeah,
might be wrong.
queso. There you go. It's like a queso. Do you put cheese sauce
Well,
on all your stuff?
hmm Yep.
see, I don't do queso.
once you do queso, you don't go back. You just
Wow.
the cheese
Exactly.
don't taste right.
Well, so you wouldn't have to worry about me ever going to queso. So
So you can go from bologna and cheese sandwich to bologna and queso sandwich. Cheese is wiped out, gone. No, Ryan said no. You still stick with the cheese.
go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, that was all my questions.
All right. So I do got to ask you. Like how many cheers do you all have to learn before like a course of a season starts?
I'm trying to think. Definitely a lot, because usually, however many girls you have, like, you want every one of them to have their own cheer, like, dedicated to them. And you have to, like, know the difference between offense, defense. So you have to, like, switch back and forth. So, I mean, there's a pretty good lot. Like, we started out with, well, we have 15 girls right now, I think. So that would be 30 cheers that you have to know. Yeah.
You got to memorize all 30 of them.
I think so. I haven't messed up. So
Listen, I'd be lucky to memorize a half of one, a little less 30.
it's definitely a
So I guess,
lot. That's something you struggle with when you first join. It's just remembering your cheers. That's probably the hardest part.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm out of cheer and I can barely remember my name.
Do you ever find yourself in the middle of sleeping, like waking up saying a cheer or something because you said it so much?
No, but I've definitely got them stuck in my head where I'm like just singing them all day. Like no matter what I listen to, just a cheer.
Have you ever went down the hallway trying to do a cheer and accidentally like kicked or punched one of your teammates or friends?
No, not yet, but I've definitely practiced them in school.
Well, we actually had a cheerleader earlier on the year said that her one of her teammates was going to learn karate. That she was going to learn Miyagi Do karate because she was getting kicked so much by just on practice. So nobody at all's got kicked in practice yet or anything.
Well, in practice, definitely. There's definitely been a few girls that's been in the wrong place at the wrong time, but not during school.
Okay.
So I do got to ask you on cheer, like how long is like y'all's practices for cheer?
They can range anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. It just depends, like what we're working for. Like when we were working towards the state tournament, like we would always have a 4 hour practice, so we could go over different things every day. But usually, just like your weekly practices are 2 hours.
So on them 4 hour practices, did they give you like the 30-minute power nap time?
Yes. We get a 30-minute break, and they usually have snacks and stuff for us, so we just all kind of sit and chill.
Well, as long as they're giving you at least that 30-minute chill time.
Yeah.
So I know you're a multi-sport star. So is it only just the two sports for you, or there might be more in the future?
I actually played softball last year. Uh, I'm still in between if I want to play it this year or not, just because I do have a lot on my plate with cheer and volleyball. But if I did open up to another sport, it'd definitely be softball.
Well, hopefully we get to see you out there on the softball field.
Yeah.
So between volleyball and cheering, is there one that you like more than the other, or
Well, yeah, my coach might kill me, but I would probably say volleyball. That's definitely my favorite.
so?
I can see John right now going.
That's what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's going to chime in here in a minute. I know it's coming.
Oh,
So
yeah. I'm going to. That's my
Whoa!
answer, so.
Whoa! Oh,
So-
oh. I didn't ask the question. Just for the record, I didn't ask the
Just for
question.
the record, Ryan put me up to it.
Troublemaker, Edward.
No,
Ryan
didn't.
put
I
me up
didn't.
to it,
No, I
They
didn't.
made
Edward's
me,
a
they made me
troublemaker.
say it.
Edward's a
but
troublemaker.
this is more of a volleyball question. During like your practices, the word bonk used to come up a lot when we bring on some players. So how many times did John or Samantha get hit during there?
A lot. Definitely a lot. I mean, just like drills and stuff in practice. They'd be sitting on the other side of the court not paying attention, just bonk right on the head. Someone hitting.
She
So
said she can. She'll let it slide. Just saying. Edward, you're a troublemaker.
so I do got to ask you. This is more of a cheer question. I've always heard cheerleaders say that they like cheering more during like basketball season than football season. Is it due to that it's the more colder weather or
Um, Probably, yeah, definitely weather because when you cheer football, like it's super hot. You start out like sweating every game. Then by the end of the season, it's like too cold to even be outside. So basketball, it's like cold outside, but when you go in the gym, it's just warm. It's like perfect temperature. So I think that, and then you just have a lot more like opportunities like for competitions and stunning and stuff during basketball season, and that's just really fun. That's the funner part about it.
so? Before I get you back over to Mark, I know you've cheered in some very loud gyms. So how hard is it to like hear your coaches or hear your teammates try to start off a cheer in some of them gyms?
Really hard. Especially like if the one starting it's like a little more quiet than others, you have to really be like looking and pay attention. Because especially a lot of those gyms echo really bad too, so you can't even hear. So you definitely have to be aware.
But Mark, Ryan, I know one of y'all got some brackets.
Well, we're gonna probably keep you on here for an hour and a half until you just hit that remove button yourself. I know what's going to happen here, but this interview's just great right now. We're having a good time with it, and I've actually got to ask you. I do use the term serious question, but this is sort of serious for me on this show. And then I'm going to ask you a hard hitting question there, and then I'll let them take over. But the serious question I always wondered about cheer is I know when you come out on the floor or on the field, you have to be up the up. You've got to bring a emotion, a happy emotion, a uplifting emotion, smiling and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
we all know in everyday life you can't always be that. And how hard is it to maintain that each and every game, even if a game that maybe you're not feeling it as much?
It's definitely hard. I think you definitely have moments on the sideline where you just kind of go blank. But usually when it's like time to go out on the floor and things get serious, you can pull it together and stuff. But I mean, it's definitely a mindset that you have to have.
Yeah, yous are above beyond me. There's no way that I could keep that mentality and keep that uplifting mentality that yous have to do 24/7 when yous are out there. That would be that that's a challenge in itself. So I applaud you on that for sure. Okay, so are you ready for the hard hitting question? You have to bring your game face here. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. This
already.
this is your cheer team only. Your cheer coach can't come. Okay, I'm
Okay.
sure she would normally be with you, but nobody can come. It's just you and your cheer squad members. That's it. Then they're in a very big van, and the van breaks down. Who's gonna get out there? It's pouring the rain and fix that van.
Um, well, I'm gonna go ahead and rule myself out because it ain't gonna be me. Um,
You ain't getting
Cross.
wet. You like get out there. Get out
Yeah,
there.
I direct them. I
Yeah,
direct them.
directly.
But I would have to say
You might pop the
Addie,
hood open for them. Might like pop the
maybe,
hood.
and then
Yeah.
I'll run back in the van. But I would definitely say Addie.
Okay, so Addie would get out there with the socket and the wrenches and
Yeah,
fix it.
she would not care.
Well, Addie fixes the van, so you're going down the highway, and the van runs out of gas. You have to get some fuel. Who's paying for the gas?
Ooh, I think. Um, I can't think of it. I'm trying to think of someone who has a job on the team. uh, I guess we're all splitting it. That's my only guess.
Well, Edward's a money man on with us, and he won't ever put out a dime. He'll have a pocket full of money, and me and Ryan still have to pay for the gas. It's just the way it is with him.
Dang.
But okay,
But
so
what
the
he's
last
failing to tell you is that we're using my vehicle wear and tear on it. So
that's his story. So then last but not least, is finally get to somebody's house. And just want to do maybe some Netflix and chill, just lay back, relax. Who's gonna fix the dinner that night?
Ooh. Probably me. And my friend Kami, because that's the only two I know how to cook. Like I know we know how to cook, and I trust myself.
So what would you and Sue fix? What would you and Sue fix for dinner that night?
Well, I'm kind of basic. I just make myself mac and cheese. That's what I eat for dinner. So I
We
guess it's
get
what everybody else is eating too.
we get a lot of mac and cheese answers in here, and can't go wrong with the mac and cheese. Edward, he can't quit eating mac and cheese.
Can't
But
blame him.
see, McKenna absolutely brought it tonight. She just blew right through the hard hitting question. Boom, boom, boom. That's solid game face. But uh, I'll let Ryan and Edward they'll finish off with you. But I want to personally just thank you for coming on, giving us your time. I know you got a thing called life in school, all that stuff, and you absolutely killed this interview tonight. And I believe you're a junior. I believe you got one more
Yep.
year. So whatever the future holds for you, good luck in the future. Just for you personally, and if you go on the volleyball or softball or whatever you decide to do, whatever your future holds for you, I know you're gonna rock it out.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
so Ryan, do you want to do the food bracket? You want me to do it?
You can do it since I'm playing votes here.
I already
I'll
think
write.
she's gonna vote for one already. I could already put her vote in for one.
Yep.
So McKenna, you good on voting on our food bracket?
Yes.
All right. So you got a number 1 seed Papa John's versus a number 16 Raising Cane's.
I'm definitely going Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Papa John's will go down tonight. Number one is going down. Can't go wrong with that Raising Cane sauce. Oh my goodness.
Cool. Probably Applebee's.
Can't
Good
ever go
night.
wrong with Applebee's.
Good night,
Definitely.
Little Caesars. Oh,
So you got Bob Evans versus number 12 Texas Roadhouse.
Now I like Bob Evans breakfast, but Texas Roadhouse overall. Nothing beats those rolls.
Oh, there we go.
Does Texas
Absolutely.
Roadhouse deserve a number 12 seed?
No, it should definitely be higher.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody underrated them. Yeah. They should be
Yeah,
a
that's a little
one
crazy.
or a two. The disrespect for Texas Roadhouse.
I know. Oh, this is easy. Taco Bell.
Absolutely. So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and it's kind of our way of saying thank you for taking your time. So we've actually got 3 made up for you, and it's one of one sport, 2 of another. So just going to kind of get your idea on which one you like the most. The first one, the second one, or the third one.
If she decides to go into softball, it'll be like 3 or 4 graphics for her. 4 or 5, something like that. Well, we
Hey,
already got
you
3.
never know.
Give me 4 or 5.
I really like that one. That one's nice too. Oh, the volleyball one. I like them all.
So if you had to pick one, which one would you like the most?
Um, I don't know. It's probably a tie between the first tier one and then the volleyball one.
So
But
still,
those
it's still the original OG style, Mark.
I like them all though.
Yeah, which I will get these over to you, and they will also be posted on all of our social media sites. And
Well,
first,
she was gonna cook dinner for everybody, so that gives her a double thumbs up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna fix the van though. She'll cook,
No.
but you get out there and fix that van.
I probably messed it up more, so it's for the best.
so, but any type of milestone you hit, I really don't know a whole lot about the milestones and stuff in cheerleading, but feel free to have your coach, anybody reach out to me and let me know. Let me put together a few graphics for you and get you promoted to the best of my ability. Goes the same way for volleyball. Let me know, that way I can try to promote you, softball, whatever other sport you go into. And I just want to tell you again, thank you, and from everything I've seen, you're killing it out there.
Thank you. I definitely will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
That was a good interview, and I think that she might have helped Raising Cane's get over the hump.
Hey, she
With
did
that
because
vote.
it don't matter what our votes does.
Raising Cane's just run away from it, but yeah, that's a good vote. You know, cheer ain't anymore. When you think about cheer, you think rah 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 rah. It's not that no more. It is a lot of work. And these girls, young girls and young males, they put a lot of work into this. It's not only just a cheer practice. A lot of these they go to like gymnastics, these dance academies, I guess false academies. Uh, they do this their whole life, and they put a lot of work in that. And when they're talking about holding these uh, athletes up in the air and they make it look so simple. There's nothing simple with that. That's practice and practice and practice and practice. And just hats off to them. Just all of them are super athletes and these cheer competitions and cheer meets and cheer showcases. It's starting to become bigger and bigger and bigger. And they deserve to be bigger. And hopefully we can get out and start covering some of these and give these athletes the attention they deserve. And but just again, a great interview. I guess where we'll go from here, I guess we'll do our personal voting on the restaurants, and then after we do the restaurant voting, Ryan, I'm gonna ask you, tell us a little bit about a story you wrote yesterday, and just go over a little bit about that. But I'd first like to go on the restaurants, and then we'll go from there. I will go very easy. Raising Cane's, running clock on Papa John's.
I'm going Papa John's.
And then I'm going to go with Raising Cane's.
Na 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 na. Raising Cane's might win it all. Raising Cane's could win it all at that.
They ain't gonna compete with Taco Bell. Sorry. I'm going Applebee's.
I'm gonna go Applebee's too.
And that's what I went with as well.
So I'd say Little Cedars is out the door also.
Yeah, I'm writing down totals as I switch graphics here.
I'm going Texas Roadhouse. It ain't even a debate.
Texas Roadhouse, but by my goodness, I like Bob Evans breakfast.
That's what I went with as well.
The last one, you only have to show it up. It's Taco Bell.
I like Frisch's Big Boy, but still, it's not the level of Taco Bell.
And I went with Taco Bell as well, but I do like the breakfast.
So
I
Taco
do.
Bell might win it all.
Is are you saying Raising Cane's and tacos in the same bracket?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Raising Cane's ain't in the bracket
That
with
might be
Taco Bell.
the hardest bracket ever. If you put if daggone Taco Bell and Raising Cane's go at it next round, is almost that should be in the national championship right there. Raising Cane's got robbed. They got robbed. They deserve better than 16. They got robbed. Next time we're going to put RPI and everything in this to re-bracket these.
I mean, I can try to do all that.
But on a serious note, Ryan, you wrote a story. It touched a lot of people, and it, just how you stated it in the story, it's this is not sports. This is life, and it was a really really good story you put together, and very informative too. And I'm gonna put this picture up for a second, and then I'm just gonna let you talk a little bit about it. And whenever you get ready to take the picture off, Ryan, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off the little banner thing here, so it's easy to see the whole picture. This was yesterday. As I was down in Pineville, I was covering the Gym City Classic down there in Pineville yesterday. And this is Wayne County's high school girls basketball team. They was wearing these shirts, and I was sitting there beside the bookkeeper, and she was just telling me a little bit about it, and everything. The shirts on the shirts it says to TBCK awareness. And if you look at the story, it actually tells a little bit about it. It's kind of like it's like a sound Down syndrome type thing that something does not develop. Everything. I did not know nothing about this, but and it's like $3 for Monticello in the same family that has it, and you can go ahead and take down the picture, Mark, if you want to. And it was just like, this is not this. You don't see this very often. And the thing is, with this, it's a bigger disease, and there's no cure for it. So, I mean, you hate to see that with anybody, but at the same time, it's sad for that family and that community.
Fire prayer. Prayers will uplift that family, will uplift the community, will uplift the county. And doctors don't make that decisions. One man makes that decision. And hopefully by the more people that become aware of that, more people will start looking into it. And maybe one day will come a cure. Only thing we can do is pray for that family, pray for the community, pray for the county, and there's a lot of great people in the Monticello area. And every time I went down there, and Edward, Ryan, you agree both, we've been treated just as well as we've been treated anywhere, and that family be uplifted in prayer. But that being said, just a great show, and Ryan, great story, great information about that, and great interviews with Tanner and McKenna, and we've had a good time with them, and again, both of them understood. It don't have to be. We're going to ask you all these hard hitting, serious questions because life needs laughter, and without laughter, you don't have life. And hell, that should have been one of my inspirational quotes, and I thought of that one. I could have said Mark Gregory at the end of it, but
Trying to copyright somebody that already said that, Mark.
Well, if I copyrighted it, I just thought it on my head though, but I'll take credit for it. Or try
There's no elevator to success. You got to take the steps.
as he says. But Ryan, just tell us a little bit about what you're doing this week. Plans, thoughts, final thoughts, inspirational stuff, just anything. Or if you want to talk a little bit about the
Sharing
weight.
the Piscetti next time.
Yeah, next about how you're going to give Edward the napkin next time. That will be all you'll give him.
Of course, my plans for the week. I can't do nothing Monday through Friday because of work. But on Saturday, if my mind does not change, I'm going to go to Manchester to the Donnie Gray Classic at Clay County. 3 good basketball games, and I don't remember the matchups right off the top of my head, but should be 3 good basketball games down there. And then I've got 2 kind of quotes, but they're kind of separate. The first one is, if you fell down yesterday, stand up today. That's H.G. Wells. And then the second thing is, get out and cover these great athletes throughout this great state and throughout this 13th region. They deserve all y'all's coverage.
By E. Hall.
but E.L. Hall. Edward.
Well, as far as me, you never know where I'm gonna show up, when I'm gonna show up, or how many times I'm gonna show up. As far as Wednesday, the thing I can tell you is stay tuned till Wednesday.
Mark, yesterday Edward told me he wanted to guest and what fun. I will let you see that when you see it.
But I'm going to leave you with probably the quote of quotes. Okay, this is a head.
It can't be the quote of quotes if it comes from LeBron James. It just can't.
This is the quote of quotes, and it's going to hit you hard. Understanding comes about through feeling, from moment to moment in the mirror of relationship. The one and only Bruce Lee.
Wow. Ever brought it tonight. That just clicks with you. Bruce Lee, wow. Yeah, wow. I watched a show, Birth of the Dragon. You should watch it. It's been recently released. Real good movie. Have you seen it? You seen it, Edward?
I don't know if I have or not.
You need to watch it, Ryan. It's good.
Very good.
Yeah, it's about Bruce Lee's fight with a monk that come from China. Yeah, it's good. Real good. I might watch that tonight after the show, but they got me wanting to watch it. But yeah, that's a good quote, Edward. That's got me stunned. That's bringing it there. But just a great show, great interviews, and thank you to our viewers. They brought it also. Our sponsors bring it. Heather Martinez, Bryant Family Medicine, they bring it also. Of course, Jens bring it. I half bring it, but Jens make me look good. But good work by everybody. But I want to leave you all with this. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Jim Rohn, from all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine, all sports media, good night and God bless.